Toei Animation has released Dragon Ball Super Superhero recently, and in celebration of that film, I decided to ask animators that have or are currently working for Toei Animation around the world to help me transform the film from modern CGI to classic 2D. This is what they created. And as an added surprise, one of them has animated a short sequence from the film. Stay tuned for that. The first image to get the 2D treatment, however, is this shot of Gohan being chopped by one of the Gammas, and the first animator to draw it is Barkarat. Barkarat is a professional Austrian animator currently working on a number of high-profile projects I'm not allowed to reveal just yet, but Barkarat is a phenomenally talented artist, having worked on shows like the new Digimon series in 2020. This is but one of many images Barkarat has decided to contribute for this video, and boy does it turn out amazing. Unlike the prior installments of this series, we wanted these animators' individual quirks and styles to shine through unchanged, and so the final result is something very Dragon Ball with a lot of Barkarat's own style visible also. He incorporates wonderful shading and smears to help convey the intensity and speed of the attack on Gohan. The hair has a bounce, the lighting is dramatic, and compared to the original image, the difference is night and day. Amazing stuff, Barkarat. Next image up for the redraw is this sweet shot of Gohan being kicked by one of the Gammas, and the next animator up to draw will be Glass. Glass is a UK-born animator that has delivered some brilliant work to modern One Piece. Fans of the series will no doubt recognize his work. He's worked with some of the very best Toei Animation has to offer, including the likes of Tu Young-soo and Megumi Ishitani, the latter of which helped to deliver some of the best-looking Dragon Ball Super and One Piece episodes to date. And today he's decided to take this image of Gohan being kicked by Gamma number 1. And within this video, you will see artists that try to stay as close as possible to the original image's layouts and composition, and others that fundamentally change it too. This time around, Glass has decided to change the composition of the image to something a little more playful and dynamic, instead opting to change the layout to Gohan's face being kicked towards the screen. The exaggerated posing is filled with energy and personality, with the wonderful expressions offering up the perfect cherry on top of this wonderful cake. Incredible work, Glass. It looks awesome. Next image up, this touching shot of Gohan embracing his daughter Pan, and the animator tackling this will be Andy Chu. Andy is a Korean-Argentinian animator and storyboard artist, and her career has taken her all over the world, from working with Disney in the West all the way to Japan, working with animation studios like Toei Animation, Studio Pierrot, and MAPPA, on shows like Digimon, Boruto, and Dance Dance Dancer. I personally think that one of the best parts of Dragon Ball Super Superhero is that for a CGI film, it looks incredible. The animation and art direction takes full advantage of the new medium, and moreover, many of the more awkward angles that CGI might look a bit scuffed in have largely been redrawn over by 2D artists already. This is such an image, and due to that, really the only thing that needed to be changed to bring it closer in line with the series like Broly are the shading and lighting philosophy, as well as the line weight of the piece. Respecting Kubota's designs, Andy has delivered another wonderful and faithful 2D representation of what this film could have looked like had it taken that approach. Wonderful work. Circling back to Gohan's fight with the Gammas again, and we have this shot of Super Saiyan Gohan looking all cool and stuff. And back to redraw, this is Barkarat. I think my favorite aspect of Barkarat's drawings is how Dragon Ball Z era they feel in design. However, due to this, Barkarat is required to redraw the foundations of the drawing itself, using the original image only as a suggestion rather than a strict skeleton he has to follow the structure of. In fact, the more I look at it, the more it reminds me of the work of Takahashi's modern interpretation of the Buu Saga's Yamamuro. I love the dramatic lighting incorporated in the drawing, as well as the glow in the eyes to add extra intensity. With Mix adding the final touches to this piece by adding an additional light source, the comparison is once again stark and wonderful to look at. But we've seen Barkarat draw Gohan now, let's see his work with someone like Vegeta. One thing I will say about this artist Barkarat is that much like other professional animators, he works very, very fast. Compared to me specifically, he's like lightning. And much like the other images he's drawn over the course of this video, the style he captures is a nice blend of modern and classic approaches to the series. And just for fun, he drew some nice wind effects this time around. And comparing the original with this one, the difference is once again easy to see. Hey, it's me, Marku! You think your current earbuds are powerful? Well, think again! Raycon's everyday earbuds just popped out of the time chamber, and they look, feel, and sound better than ever. Raycons come in many powerful forms like Super Raycon Blue, but they also have focus on the form of your ear thanks to their optimized gel tips. You can be shaking around mid-transformation and they will not budge. They've got you covered for hours too, thanks to 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life. That's like 8 hours of canon and 32 of filler episodes. Amazing! They're super customizable too. For For example, you can swap between 3 sound profiles to really tailor the sound to your preference. You can also pick noise isolation or awareness mode to decide whether you want to be totally immersed or keep track of what's going on around you. It's as simple as holding the left or right earbud respectively for 3 seconds to cycle through these modes. They really are pristine and priced perfectly. You get all of this fantastic audio quality at half the price of other premium audio brands. What's that? How many 5-star reviews do Raycon everyday earbuds have? Over 50,000! So, what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/notmark to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. Next image, switching things up for a moment, let's tackle this shot of Goku and Vegeta. And never to be left out of these videos completely, Trev is up to draw next. According to friends of mine that actually have seen the film itself, they've told me that while the CGI looks great 98% of the time, with all the appropriate redraws over most of the sections that needed it, there was one section on Beerus' planet that seemed to be more rough than the others, with the result being this shot of Goku and Vegeta duking it out. I suppose the fear with CGI in the first place was that it might look a little too much like a video game, and at least in this shot, that was the case for us. The base structure itself is relatively okay, just the clothes and faces needed tuning up. All things considered, once everything was said and done, with mixes filter applied, everything looked great. Nice work everyone, and nice work Trev. This glasses wearing Gohan is up next, and the artist converting it into 2D will be Andy again. I'm going to try to go through these faster now, but once again respecting the original design because there's really nothing else wrong with it. Andy focuses most of her efforts on the lighting of the image, the clothing, and other aspects of the drawing. Interestingly, something she did share with me was the stark differences that exist in terms of pipeline with regards to the different productions she's been involved with, whether they be in the West or in the East in Japan. Speaking of, Japan specifically required a deeper knowledge of industry notation and pipeline in order to work effectively there, and this is something that Baccarat and Glass have expressed too. With regards to this final Genga or animation design, it looks really nice, and once again Mix sends this bad boy through the filter process, and yet another great result emerges. Great work everyone once again. Next up on the redraw is this dramatic close-up of Gohan, and drawing it will be Baccarat. And once again with Baccarat, you have a very detailed reimagining of the foundational drawing. I think it's important to reiterate at this point that the film itself looks visually impressive, and that the purpose of this video is, if you like, demonstrating an alternative reality of what this film might have looked like had it been produced using traditional methods. Baccarat changes the lighting, shadows, intensifies the expression, and overall brings the image more in line with the drawing philosophy of a more nostalgic time, resulting in this stunning and dramatic shot of Gohan in the rain against one of the Gammas. Mix once again composites the piece in stunning fashion, producing a brilliant contrast with the original. Now, I mentioned a small animation that was produced for this movie in this video, but before we dive into that, I need to put forth a quick spoiler warning. This final section deals with visuals that were not seen in the trailers, and if you have and continue to want to avoid spoilers for the next 2 months or however long it takes for this to release in your area, I will say thank you so much for watching, and we'll hope that you come back once you have seen the film yourself. With that said, that has been your spoiler warning. Now onto the final section. Gohan Blanco. I'm gonna be real with you guys, Baccarat totally surprised me with this one. I didn't ask him to do it, and when I saw the finished product, I was totally blown away. There were some less than good images circulating following the film's release, but honestly, those are few and far between, with the rest of the film, along with this design, looking very well. But I won't lie, I haven't seen the film itself, and I won't see it until it releases in my area. But the idea of the Gohan Blanco meme being canon now has to be one of the funniest things that has ever happened to the Dragon Ball community. Most of the people that have seen this film have told me that it's really good, and personally, I can't wait to see it. The wait will be agonizing, but Baccarat's short animation of this powered-up Gohan will help soften the blow and help tide me over until that time comes. So, ladies, gentlemen, and that Technicolor rainbow in between, I present to you all Baccarat's animated reveal of Gohan's new form from the new Dragon Ball Super superhero film. With Japan's animation industry growing larger and larger each year, the barrier to entry has become much smaller, with the majority of studios now relying on foreign freelance animators' contributions to ensure shows get made. Social media has become a necessity for production managers, and it's played not only a huge role in elevating the quality of countless anime, but also facilitated this video being made in the first place. It's easier than ever to reach out to the very people who bring these wonderful shows to life, and as a result, I hope to do more videos like this one with more animators in the future for different shows. Maybe one for One Piece is in order. All the Twitter handles for all the artists that participated in this video will be in the description down below. But until next time, I'm totally not Mark. I'll see you all next weekend. Thank you all so much for watching.
Esto es el fin.